Designer handbag quality that honestly has disappointed me. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do post videos every week. So here are 5 designer handbags in my collection where the quality just wasn't it. I'm not an overly picky person by any means, and some of these are kind of nitpicky, but I do feel like if I'm spending thousands of dollars on something, the quality should be better, or at least the quality control should be a little bit better where they don't sell these things. So with that being said, let's get into it. Starting off, we have my blue Chanel mini, which I got in the beginning of this year. I'll insert a picture because I no longer have this. I got this in the beginning of this year, maybe February, March timeframe, and it was the perfect blue bag that I was looking for. I was looking for a blue Chanel specifically. It came in lambskin, and as soon as I opened it, it felt used. The leather was wrinkly. It is lambskin, so I get that it's a little bit more fragile, delicate. I think when I'm spending $5,500 on something, it was just not ideal. And I think when people are saying that Chanel's quality has decreased, I definitely do see that, and I was a little bit upset by this. A few other things that I also didn't like about this bag is that the strap wasn't adjustable. Granted, that's not really a quality issue. I think it's just a Chanel issue in general. I would have wished that this bag's strap was adjustable, and also the charms on this bag didn't stay straight. I didn't love that. I think that it's supposed to stay straight and then it kind of just flops off to the side. So at the end of the day, I decided to sell this bag. I didn't return it because I did buy this through, I think it was Saks or Neiman's, and with their sales associates, the commission works differently. They do make commission off of Chanel bags. I think at the Chanel boutique, they don't, but I think that at the department stores, they do. And so I didn't want to return it and then take away her commission because she's it's not really her fault that the bag quality was bad. So I ended up selling this with a consignment store. I basically got everything that I paid for it, and I was like, okay, you know what, we're done with this. I was really disappointed because I wanted to like this bag so much, but then at the end of the day, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, $5,500, I can furnish my entire living room for this amount of money, or dining room, or whatever room. And so it was just a little bit upsetting that the quality just wasn't it, because I wanted to like this so much. The next bag where the quality just wasn't it, actually I still have in my collection. This is the Jacques Mousse Le Bambino. I think this is the long version. So a few issues with this bag. Starting off, this bag is stiff as cardboard. It's supposed to be leather, but you can also see the flap only opens this far. I can kind of open it a little bit more to get stuff, but it's really hard to get your stuff in and out of this bag, and it's just not, it's not ideal. There's also areas of this bag that I've noticed that have also started peeling and things like that. I'll kind of insert pictures for you guys, but it's just this bag is also $700 or $800, so it's not a cheap bag, but it doesn't feel I have Polen bags, or I have other bags where when you touch it, it just feels like it's well made. It feels like it's better quality, and this was just not one of them. And kind of the last thing I have about this bag, when I got it, it had this weird mark on it. Not the end of the world. I mean, obviously I'm still gonna keep it, but it was upsetting. I just feel the bag wasn't as good as expected. It's kind of interesting because I feel no one really talks about the quality of Jacques Mousse. They always talk about oh, it's a very fashion forward brand. Everyone is talking about how unique the style is and iconic the style is, but they don't really talk about how the quality just I don't feel this warrants a $700-800 price tag. I would probably pay $300 for it. I think that's probably around the price point that I'd pay for this kind of quality. If you're asking me to pay $800 for it, I just don't feel the quality matches that. So the next item I have on my list is the Easy Pouch on Strap. If you haven't seen what happened with the Easy Pouch on Strap video, I'll leave it here for you guys. But basically, long story short, the leather cracked after literally using this bag 2 times. I didn't use it just because I didn't find a use for it, I'll be honest. I probably shouldn't have bought this bag. Looking back at it now, I don't feel like I need it. Even now, I don't really use it. But the leather just it feels very thin. I have other on-prompt pieces and that I purchased, throughout the years, and I feel those pieces have a lot thicker leather. For whatever reason, this does feel really thin. So I think originally I was thinking that this bag is a very good bang for your buck because it's an all leather handbag for $1,600 and you can wear it so many different ways. You can wear it as a crossbody shoulder bag with a chain, you know, dress it up, dress it down, however you like, right? And I was like, this is a great starter bag. This is a great summer bag. I really hyped up this bag in my head. And then now that I like feel it, I just feel like the leather is really, really thin. And it just doesn't match up to the other en prince bags that I have where the leather is a little bit thicker. I don't know if they changed anything, maybe because this bag is on the lower end of things, I'm not sure, but it didn't feel very well made, and I think it's because of the price point that they had it at, which is why I think because the leather was so thin that it cracked very easily. We did get it replaced. We got the bag replaced. We haven't had any cracking or anything yet. It was a little bit disappointing, I have to say. I think for $1,600, like, the bag shouldn't do that after 2 wears. So if you want to see the full video, the pictures and everything, I'll leave it here for you guys so you can check it out. But yeah, that's the Easy Patch On Strap. The next bag that I've had quality issues with, this is me being nitpicky. I will have to say that this bag specifically is me being nitpicky, but there's really bad threading with this bag. Like the threads come loose, and I even pointed it out at the stores where when I was like first buying this, there was one that I looked at and there were loose threads on a lot of the kind of like the ends and stuff, and to the point where the sales associate like brought out her scissors and like snipped off the ends. Is it a huge deal? No, but I do think that if you're spending $3,500 on a fabric bag, I have my own opinions on this bag. I do love this bag, but I think it is ridiculously overpriced. You can check out the video somewhere here, but I think that like the sales associate shouldn't have to bring out her own scissors and snip the thread, let alone don't snip it in front of me. I don't care that you snip it in the back. Like, I wouldn't know. I would be like, oh yeah, this is great, let's buy it. Because I'm not overly picky, but I feel like if you're snipping it right in front of me, like, I don't know, that just rubs me the wrong way. I did get one bag. This one seemed to be like perfect in the stores where she didn't have to snip off any of the loose threads, but now there are some loose threads coming out here and there, mainly on the inside, so it's not a huge deal, and I usually use an organizer. I am also worried about like the pilling with this. Like, you can kind of start to see like a little bit of pilling here. I don't use this bag like a ton, but I could see like fabric rubbing on fabric. I could see it start to pill a little bit more. So that is something that I am worried about, is that's probably considered like wear and tear. So I guess nothing we can do about it. Maybe the issue is that I spent $3,500 on a fabric bag. Like, that's probably what the issue is. I still love this bag. I think that if the quality control could have been a little bit better, where the people who were making the bag just snipped off some of the loose ends, then I wouldn't have anything to say about it. So I have saved the best, aka the worst bag for last. It is the Palm Springs Mini. This should come as no surprise, especially if you see my recent video about the Palm Springs Mini. And there's just so many things that were wrong with this bag. It took such a long time to find the perfect bag, and even then, like, it didn't feel like it was perfect, considering I was spending $2,200 after tax on it, and using it after 2 years. I did use it like pretty consistently, granted, but like there's a lot of wear and tear on it. The canvas is definitely not as thick as it used to be. So yeah, let's get into this one, because this one's, she's a hot mess. So I mentioned a little bit earlier, starting with a thin canvas. I have other bags, even my wallet from 2015. I have my Neverfull from 2018. The canvas is just a lot thicker. And this one is very thin. And I've noticed kind of more recently, Louis Vuitton canvas bags have been really thin. I don't know if you guys noticed this as well. Let me know in the comments if you noticed this, but I feel like it's just been really thin, and it doesn't feel as durable as it used to. There's also been a lot of glazing issues with this bag. I've kind of talked about in the first Palm Springs Mini video. They used to have an older version of this bag, and then it didn't have like an exposed zipper. This one has an exposed zipper, and it's supposed to help with the glazing issues around the zipper. I still have some glazing issues around it, where it's just because you're pulling the bag, and if you don't pull it exactly right, or you pull it in like the wrong angle, it will scrape the canvas, and then the glazing will eventually kind of like peel off or rub off. Not the end of the world, I would say. Like, out of all the problems, I think it's not the biggest issue. That, and then also there are some glazing issues kind of in the corners. Maybe I'm rubbing up against things, or maybe yeah, I don't know what it is, but my friend did say, my friend used to work at Louis Vuitton, and did say that because of like the rounded edges, that's inevitable. But it's just a little bit disappointing for, you know, a $2,000 bag. I've also had people have issues with a misaligned pocket here, where it's not like perfect. It took me a few tries to find like the perfect Palm Springs mini, which is kind of ridiculous because I feel like there should be better quality control with this bag in general, but the pocket was like misaligned. This one took a while to find, where it wasn't crooked, where the monogram here lines up as best as it could. I've seen some where like the monogram doesn't really line up. Not the end of the world. Again, I'm not overly picky about these things. And then kind of sticking with the front, this front tag, when I got this was as perfect as I could find the Palm Springs mini in terms of like the stitching and everything, but the front tag is not very deeply embossed, which is fine. I mean, the whole bag is like Louis Vuitton, right? But now you can see like over with the wear and tear that the tag is almost starting to split. Like, you know, when you're about to get like a split end, it starts to like split a little bit. And I think maybe we can just glue it back. I'm not sure, but that was a little bit disappointing to start to like find out and see. And then also with the stitching in the back, I've seen some where like the stitching is kind of lumpy, or like here it's like not straight. It's just like would bubble weird. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like, I don't like know how to sew or anything. But like it was not perfect. And I think that when you're spending this much money on it, like you would think that there would be someone in quality control to be like, oh yeah, this is like not straight. We shouldn't sell this. And there were so many Palm Springs minis that had this issue. I've had some of you guys send me pictures of like the back being crooked or things, and like I don't think that you should accept or like settle for a bag that isn't perfect, that you enjoy. And I think that it took a really long time to find this, and it shouldn't be that way, you know? So overall, I do love this bag. Like, this is one of my favorite bags. It's just disappointing how hard it was to find the right one, and even finding the right one, it took there's still issues with it. It just this is a $2,000 bag. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, I don't know. I just think that some of these brands, like they've been getting kind of sloppy recently, and I guess they don't care because people will continue to buy it. So that sums it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this was helpful for you because I really didn't know a lot of these things, and no one really talks about some of these issues as well for a lot of these bags. So keep that in mind before you buy any of these, or if you have any of them in your collection, let me know if there's any issues with your bags, anything that we should keep an eye out for. I feel like we can always help each other in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll leave another video for you guys here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.